What's your top 10 favorite movies? Wow, okay, so this doesn't get really long. I'm just gonna name the movies that I really love in no particular order. The Star Wars trilogy, the original trilogy, because the prequels I just pretend like didn't happen. It makes things a little easier on me. My favorite out of that trilogy is The Empire Strikes Back. The Indiana Jones trilogy, my favorite out of those three, I also pretend like the fourth one didn't happen, is Last Crusade. I love The Big Lebowski, man. Awesome movie if you haven't seen it. What About Bob? One of the funniest movies I've ever seen. Ghostbusters 1 and 2. Gone with the Wind. I could say Gone with the Wind is my favorite movie of all time. So Gone with the Wind is number 1. Nightmare Before Christmas, the Lord of the Rings trilogy. My favorite out of those is probably, oh my god, I don't know. I love them all. Probably Fellowship of the Ring. Singing in the Rain. Okay, so I can't really think of the movies that I love because I love a lot of movies. So I'm just gonna say my number 10 is I really, really like The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. This is a Western. It's a John Wayne film. I love that movie. So I am probably going to put that number 10. I'm probably not thinking of a bunch of them, and I know which ones I'm thinking of right now. But I'll probably make another video regarding this on my Gamermd83 channel. What is your favorite video game soundtrack? I think Dragon Age Origins. That had an amazing soundtrack. But there are others that I really love too. Red Dead Redemption is really good too. But I think Dragon Age Origins is my favorite. What are some of your favorite songs? Some of my favorite songs, probably you guys have no idea what they are, because a lot of them are from Oingo Boingo. Others are from Depeche Mode. I really love, in Oingo Boingo, I love a song that's called Just Another Day. Another song is called We Close Our Eyes. In Your Room, In My Room, In Your Room. I don't know, something like that. Something about a room. U2, I like With or Without You. Probably one of my favorite songs is by U2, and it's the one that's called One. What was the worst date you ever been on? Once I went with this guy to eat at this Italian place, and we ate and everything, and he was like, I mean, we knew each other, we were like friends and stuff, but he was kind of, I don't know, he was kind of weird. He was like trying to play footsies at the bottom of the table, and I was like, what the hell? And I'm not like, I'm like, I don't play footsies. I mean, unless, you know, we've been in a relationship for a while, then maybe, but not like we just got together or like first date. No. He came over to the house, and I think he was gonna pick up some movies that he had, that he had let me borrow. And he's like, "Can I use your bathroom?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And he goes in there and he starts barfing. And I was like, I could totally hear him barfing. And I was like, what the? It was so crazy. My mom was like, "Is he okay?" I was like, "I don't know." And he comes out like nothing happened. And he's just like, "Can I have some milk?" And I was like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Oh no, yeah, I just have a problem in my stomach. Like, I was born with it. I just can't eat a lot, so I throw up." And I'm like, what? Yeah. What's the lamest pickup line you've ever heard? This guy, he comes up to me and he's like, "You look like my ex-girlfriend. Can I have your number?" I was like, no? Why are cats so evil? I have no idea. I want to know the same thing. If you had one wish and you could have anything in the world, what would that be? Now, this is a weird question because it says you could have anything. I don't know if that means anything material or anything in general. If it was anything in general, not just material, I would wish for my mom's health. When it comes to material things, I would wish for a PS3. If you had $1 billion, what would you do with it? Wow. I would buy myself a PS3. I'd buy all the games that I wanted, that I ever wanted for the Xbox and for the PS3. I'd buy a house, one that was good, that was comfortable and good for my mom. I don't know what else I would do. I really don't want that many things for myself. That's mostly what I want. Everything else, I really don't care what happened. I mean, I'd probably give it to some of my family members, or I don't know, save it for college, or I don't know. I really don't know. I'm pretty bad at these types of questions because because I've never had a lot of money, so. But I'm not that type of person that would be like, oh, I'm gonna buy like 50 cars and like 2 houses. No, I don't really care for that stuff. I have a really good car already. It's old, but it works. That's all I want. That's all I could ask for. If you could have one superpower, what would it be, and what superhero name would you choose? Oh my god. I think I've always been I'm more in here in my head than I am in in the moment. Like, I'm always thinking, I'm always using my brain. So I think it would have something to do with that, with like brain type of, like in the X-Men, like Professor X. I've always loved his abilities, like being able, like telekinetic, and like being able to read people's minds. I don't know if I really would like to read people's minds, but I think I would love to be able to, like, I don't know, move things with my mind, or I don't know, something having to do with my mind. Kind of like Professor X, I guess. I think that's what I do. I think flying would be awesome too, but I'm afraid of heights, so I don't know. I don't know. So I think something having to do with like mind abilities, like enhanced mind abilities, like being like super smart or something like that. I don't know, something like that. And I'd be called Mentos. What hobbies do you have or do? My hobbies, I love to draw. I draw, and I've never showed you guys what I do, but I'll probably show you guys in a video. Actually, let me just show you right now. I actually liked to design or paint Mickey vinyls. And if you guys don't know what that is, this is a Mickey vinyl. It's like a little toy Mickey, and this is how it looks like. I design them however I want to, and right now I am designing the characters from Harvest Moon. This is one of them. So I paint them. He's not finished, so that's why he doesn't have the hands. But this is how they start off, and this is what I do. Oh, and I write. I like to write, of course. When did you get your first kiss? My first kiss, like my first peck on the lips, was when I was in 4th grade. So I was... How old are you when you're in 4th grade? I was like 10 or something. I'm not ashamed to admit this. My first real kiss was last year. What was the most romantic thing anybody has done for you? I'm not a big romantic person, like candlelight and like dim. No, I'm not like that. Sometimes that kind of makes me... That type of stuff kind of makes me feel weird sometimes. So I actually have a different type of interpretation when it comes to romantic. I guess my type of romantic is more like, wow, like I can't, that is such dedication to do for someone. It's like to dedicate to me. That's that type of romantic that I interpret. So I guess that would be when, just barely, not long ago, for my birthday, my best friend, he made me a ukulele. He made it himself. I haven't even showed you guys. Oh, you guys don't even know what's up. Look at that. He made this himself. And I had told him a while back, like, this was a while back, that I really wanted a ukulele. And he didn't say anything. He just, whatever, right? He didn't say anything. He made this for me from scratch. He made it. I can't believe that. I still can't believe that. It just, oh my god, that's probably one of the most romantic things that anybody has ever done for me. It's one of the things that I will always treasure someone doing for me. Those are the things that I treasure the most, that I will remember the rest of my life, and I would treasure this Even if I do want to learn how to play it because I don't know how to play it. But even if I don't, this is like one of the most, this is like gold for me. And he told me to paint it. He told me, you paint and do whatever you want on it. So I actually haven't gotten to it, but I want to. I really want to. I'm actually trying to think of what to put on it so it could be perfect. But yeah, I love him for it, and this is my kind of romantic. I guess it's more like dedication. But when it comes to like romantic stuff, like candlelight on the beach and no. If you could be one superhero for the rest of your life, who would you be? I would be Iron Man. Good question. I would probably be, you know who I'd be? I think I would probably be, and I don't know if you consider the X-Men heroes, superheroes, but I think they are considered superheroes just because they do save the day. So I would probably be Gambit. I mean, he's a guy and everything, but Gambit is freaking awesome. Have you considered creating a Facebook like page to reach a wider audience? I have actually. I have considered making one. Actually, the other day I was trying to make one and I didn't find out how to do it. I just gave up on it. I was like, stupid thing doesn't work. I wasn't doing it to reach a wider audience. It was more like, so I could keep in contact with people. So some of my subscribers easier. So I am trying to find out how to do it because the way that I read how to do it wasn't working. So, sooner or later I will have one though. Is being a famous YouTuber something that you would like to be? I wouldn't mind either way. I mean, if I ended up being this famous YouTuber, whatever, but if not, I really don't care. I mean, if I have just a few people that watch my videos and like them, that's all I really could ask for. I don't strive to be a big YouTube star. If I don't get there, I'm still happy with where I am right now. What was with that awesomely hilarious squeak? Oh my god! At 140. Seriously, explain. This was on my Q&A announcement at 140. I did this like, oh my god thing. I guess that's what they're talking about. I don't know. I just squeaked like that. I don't know. When did you realize I should make some videos for YouTube about games? I actually realized that after I did my Gone with MD83 channel. That was just like a randomness type of thing. I had like a variety of videos that I was doing. I wasn't focusing on one thing. And I started, every now and then I would put up like a video game video where I'd talk about my video games and stuff like that. And then I was like, I kind of want to talk more about video games, but I thought, what if my subscribers for Gone with MD83 don't like video games? So I didn't want to start getting all into video games because I didn't want to assume that everybody liked video games. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to make a separate channel. And that's where Gamermd83 came from. What's your opinion on gay marriage, abortion, the APV vaccination? Wow. My opinion on gay marriage is whatever, go for it. I don't mind. It's not like I'm against it. I'm for it. As long as people are happy, I don't care. If they get married or anything, by all means. Abortion, I'm not for it. I actually am against that for a lot of reasons. It's going to be a very long talk if I get into it, but I'm not for abortion. I'm against it. The HPV vaccination, I actually don't know that much about it. I know what it is, but I don't know like the pros and cons for it. So I don't want to sit here and say, yeah, I'm for it, or no, I'm against it without knowing. That's one thing that I'm really big on. If I don't know about an issue, I won't judge until I learn about it. So I don't have an answer for that one. I just started making videos and feel it's not so easy to talk in front of a camera. What do you do to stay natural and come up with ideas in your videos? It's normal for you to feel weird when you start recording the first few times, I started to watch a lot of YouTubers before I actually jumped into YouTube. I started to pick up some techniques from other YouTubers. So I would recommend if you don't really watch any YouTubers, I would recommend watching some people and pick up like your own style from watching what they do. Also, try to pretend like you're not talking to a bunch of people. Don't think, "Oh my god, I'm talking to the whole world." Try to pretend like you're talking to a friend, like a really good friend where you could talk about anything. Or also, I think everybody does it. They talk to themselves. If they don't, well, I do. I'm not ashamed to say that. I talk to myself every now and then. It's like you're talking to yourself, really, when you're recording. Just pretend like you're talking to yourself. Don't think that you're talking to a bunch of people, like the whole world. Because once you start thinking about that, you really start to get conscious about what you're doing. To come up with ideas, you should keep a little notebook. I have my little notebook, and just put, every time you think of an idea, put it in here. Just write it down and stick to a topic. If you usually variety YouTubers, there's very few of them that hit it big. So try to stick to one topic. Like mine is gaming. If you want to just do gaming, stick to gaming. It's easier that way. If you do a variety, you will find that you won't get a lot of people watching your stuff unless you're really, really good at it. So stick to a topic, keep a notebook, any ideas you ever come up with, write it down, and try not to follow a script. Because if you follow a script, people will catch it like that. Try to do improv. Try to come up with stuff on your own. What do you really think about it? And talk about stuff that you could talk about. Don't just come up with things and not know that much about it. Talk about things that you know a lot about. Act like you're talking to yourself. And you should be natural, because you have no reason to be shy when you're just pretending that you're talking to yourself. Outside of gaming, what other interests do you have? I actually have a lot of interests. It's hard for me. One thing that I have is that I can't do one thing for a long time. Like, I hate routine. I cannot jump into a routine and stay that way. Like, I love to write, but I can't write constantly. Like, I'll have like a spurt of writing, maybe like a day of writing, 2 days of writing, and then I have to stop and do something else. I have a lot of interests, and usually it has to do with finding a lot about anything. I love to read and just get information. I could be interested in pretty much anything. I'm easily amused. So just give me this, just all of a sudden start talking about, like, I don't know, freaking aerospace engineering, and I could get really into it. Like, I'd be like, whoa, oh, that's so cool. I don't get a single thing you're saying, but oh my god. I'm super curious. I remember when I was younger, and people would be like, what are you going to be when you grow up? I went through so many things. I wanted to be a director. I wanted to be an animator. I wanted to be a veterinarian. I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be a radiologist. I wanted to be a paleontologist. I wanted to be a teacher. Oh my god. I went through everything. Anything that has to do with you using your imagination, that's my thing.